Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you this student house I built. So, where I live in Britain, university students don't live in a dorm, so they hire out a house like this with their friends, maybe five people, 3 people minimum, or sometimes 2, but usually about 5 people. And um I mean they're supposed to have looked after the property well, but oftentimes it just gets trashed like this. And because a lot of landlords know that the houses aren't gonna be looked after well, they don't really care whether the wall goes moldy or not. Yeah, they're not very responsive to students either, so it just a bit of a double whammy. Just gets absolutely trashed by the end of each academic year. So I'm just gonna show you how these houses look. I got the inspiration from just walking around the university neighborhood and just seeing the houses and all the random shit they've done to the house. And I live in the north of England, where these red brick houses are quite common. I'm not just building any student house really. I'm building these red brick houses in the north of England. Really just got messed up by the students. Yeah, and also I try to resemble a bit of the street that they live on, because they're also quite damaged by the people who live in those houses or live on the street. And you'll see I place really random furniture outside the house. It's like they're not supposed to be outside of the house, just left like that, but I just left them outside because those are what you actually get to see around student neighborhood, like the furniture that aren't supposed to be rained on. They're just left outside and gets damaged, and nobody really cares. Yeah. Also, everyone knows this, that Britain rains a lot. It really does. It's horrible. It's getting into summer now, so it's not too bad, but in winter, yeah, it rains like 5 days a week or something, or feels like it at least. Or if not, it rains every day, like at some point during the day, So I made sure it's very rainy and very gloomy. Also, I chose the weather to be autumn. But not like autumn as in the nice sort of pumpkin latte vibe autumn. It's just like where everything's just dying. And I made sure there's loads of rubbish and a lot of bins and loads of things just messed around, because that is what you actually see in those student neighborhood. And it's very sad because there are families living in those areas, not as common as just a family-friendly neighborhood, but there definitely are some families living there, but it just gets really trashed by a lot of students living in that area. I don't really know why they don't look after it as much. Maybe they're thinking it's not their house, so they don't really care. I don't know, but it just kind of ruins the whole neighborhood, if I'm honest. But yeah, I left that that neon pine tree and the tanning bed, because yeah, I mean, they love going out in the sun so when the summer hits, everyone's outside, doing like having barbecue or something, or smoking weed in their garden. So I made sure they get a bit of the sun that way as well. I mean, by putting the parasol. But yeah, so much random shit. And if I'm honest, like, I've actually seen things just left around, like that shopping trolley. I've seen that in a student neighborhood. I don't know how they got it, but yeah, like you just see them left outside their house like that. I'm showing you how I decorated the inside. I just made sure I choose the ugliest furniture possible. I think these are definitely nice furniture in their own way, but I just made sure I match up with the most in ways that it just doesn't work. so everything just clashes into each other really chaotically. Another feature of a student house is that their kitchens are always tiny or really run down. So I try to make sure the kitchen's really tiny, so that the room at the back, that will be the kitchen section. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna fit a dining area in that small section of the room, but that is also another feature of a student house, that you don't really have a dining area. Before, I mean, I was a student as well, but obviously I didn't live like this, and also I couldn't quite understand what people meant by like how students just trash the whole place, until I went into my neighboring student's house. I went in there one time, and it was the most unlivable place ever. It wasn't unlivable by the space, or it was actually a really big house, but just the sofa was just in the middle of the corridor, and there were alcohol bottles everywhere. and the floor looked like it just wasn't cleaned for however long. It was horrible. Like, if I lived in a house like that, I would have got really depressed. I don't know how they do it, but it just shows that they don't really care. I don't know how, because when I stay in an area like that for even 5 minutes, I start getting really, I don't know, feel a bit rowdy and insecure. So, but yes, all the furnitures just don't match. They all just look horrible altogether, and that's exactly what I'm going for. Yeah, also I tried to make sure there's a bit of like hints of parties, like last night party vibe going on, like the messy floor with the confettis and the flamingo tubes and the buntings on the wall. So yeah, because partying is one of the major ways I trash the house, for obvious reasons. Also, I made sure we've got the Henry Hoover by the entrance to the kitchen, because they're always there but they just never work for some reason. Yeah. And loads of alcohol bottles. And I came back out to place some alcohol bottles here and there because I realised I forgot the most crucial part of a student household. I love all these food items like fish and chips on Animal Crossing. It's such an unexpected item, like considering it's a Japanese game, but they still got all these international food in. Anyways, yeah, I've got the crisps on the floor just like that. Yeah, absolutely trashing the whole place. I've got so much random shit in the house, like I myself couldn't decide. Just, yeah. This is gonna be the students' room. Well, in real life they've got loads of rooms in the house, so but I'm just showing you one of those because yeah, you can't have loads of rooms on a Happy on Paradise. And I made sure the room's as tiny as possible, but not too tiny that I just can't show what a student's room's usually like. But yeah, I made sure it looks ugly as hell. I actually made it even smaller. Yeah, so that the 4x4, that's actually the smallest it can be. But yeah, I made sure it's horrible and looks so dim and looks crap. That was the goal of this whole interior decorating. Anyways, yeah, this is how it looks. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy looking at this absolute trash house. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.